Hey guys, so continuing where we left off in the fanfiction. Hold on. I'm gonna start back up there. Sorry that I had to end it. The video was getting too long for my limited time, so I had to kind of end it. But I'll start back off where we left off, which is right in this area. So yeah. Okay. Tom went first down the steep steps off the plane, Paul following casually behind him. When they reached ground, Tom almost wanted to kneel down and savor it. Of course, he didn't. That would be odd. Tom felt a tap on his shoulder. He turned and saw Paul pointing to a black Jeep off to the side with a similar-looking soldier standing by it. "That's Patrick. He's driving us to the site," Paul answered Tom's unspoken question. They walked over to the Jeep where the man greeted them. He smiled over at Tom. "You must be Tom then," he asked. "The boss was very eager to see you here. We don't know why though." "That's what I've been told," said Tom. "No one knows what he's up to." "It is quite odd," Paul added, going over to sit in the passenger seat of the Jeep. "The boss isn't always so mysterious," Patrick said, taking his place in the driver's seat. Tom found himself in the back, buckling himself and leaning against the car door. He had come through. "The sooner we get there, the sooner we can find out," Tom said, not meaning it to sound naggy. Paul and Patrick looked at Tom, then at each other with hurt sort of look. Patrick turned the key in the ignition and the car came to life. A slight push in the gas pedal sent them on their trip. Tom had no idea where they were going, but he didn't ask. No! No! Not this song! Okay, this one. I did not like the song that was coming on. It was weird. They came to a long dirt road with grass fields on either side. A large mountain towered off in the distance, setting the scene nicely. The trip was silent except for the thump of the tires over the dirt and the occasional bump as they went over a rock. They were nearing the mountain now, which was littered with fresh snow and fern trees. There was a small amount of snow at the foot of the mountain, which was where they were heading. Tom saw the building first. It was made of metal, which was rusting at the edges and corners. It had small windows on each side, and there was a big metal high-tech door at the front. They reached a military area line, and Paul had to get out and scan his card to elect them passage. As they got closer, Tom noticed a large red symbol like the one he had seen on the note from last night. It seemed so long ago for him. It was strange. Maybe it was the plane ride. A few more minutes later, they came to a stop next to the building. Paul got out first, and then Tom. He breathed out, and his breath collected into a small cloud. It was freezing so close to the mountain. "Come," Paul gestured for Tom to follow him, and he did. Patrick followed close behind. The big metal door towered over them, casting a shadow that made Tom shiver. Paul took place his hand on a small screen and waited. It was like a movie, entering a secret undercover base. Paul brought back his hand, and the big door creaked and craned open, granting them access to the inside. They walked inside. Each step echoed on the metal floor. Tom heard the door close behind them. He didn't look back, because there was no going back. He was stuck where he was. Hold on, guys. Back. They passed many doors, each with their own purpose. Tom looked at them with interest. Patrick looked at them like he had seen them as many times as someone. What the heck? Oh no. Hold on. They passed many doors, each with their own purpose. Tom looked at them with interest. Patrick looked at them like he had seen them as many times as someone licked their lips to moisten them. They were just old doors. Paul stopped at one of them, and Tom almost ran into him. The door was bigger and fancier than the other ones. A plaque held on the door read, Rod. I can't read that. Tom had no idea what it said, of course, because it was in foreign language to him, Norwegian. I will tell you what it says. It said red quarters. Paul's hand hovered over the doorknob as if waiting for permission to enter. He took a deep breath in and out and gripped onto it. Turning it open, the room had a large desk perpendicular to the entranceway. The desk was littered with books that were all closed and looked to be perfectly